Are college parties as fun as they seem? To join a sorority or to not join a sorority? I mean, how to get into frat parties, how to deal with a bad roommate. I've never had a bad roommate. Take it away. You do. Are boys in college more mature than boys in high school?
I just think they're stupid.
We hate boys.
Besides Mark and Brad.
Are you guys afraid to graduate?
Um,
I don't have my drinks.
Perfect. I am not getting up from this spot again. Everyone get what you need to get.
This attitude adjustment. I have my purse of alcohol.
what is this giant pimple on my face?
Okay.
Wait, we actually need to start like right now. Okay, should we just like say hi?
Hi.
3, 2, 1. Hey guys! What's up? Welcome back to my channel. This seems like so awkward. I feel like we're freshmen.
Ew, don't say that.
Obviously, you can see I'm back here again with Katie and Kennedy. We're going to do a little get ready with me while we answer questions. I put on my Instagram story for you guys to ask me questions all about college, anything you guys want to know, what we learned the past 4 years. You guys asked a lot of questions, so we'll be answering.
Oh,
Let's get drinks. This is our last night out, so we thought we might as well pre-game, do our makeup, get ready to go out. Cheers to our last night out. Kind of sad.
that just shot out of my mouth.
That made my nipples hard.
What?
Because I like shivered. Does that never happen to you?
I feel like I can't sense when my
Kennedy,
nipples
that was
are
mine.
hard.
Can you tell when your nipples are hard?
I feel like not all the time.
This video's going
This
well.
girl talk.
Oh, I'm like a loser with a white claw. I'm a freshman.
Can I get my base on before we answer the first question? Because I look awful.
Question number 1. How do you make friends and meet people in general? I'm scared I'll be alone.
Show up to your very first math.
That sucks for you. We said this in like 30 videos. I feel like that we met each other in math class the first day of school.
You put yourself out there because other people are in the exact same boat as you, and I guarantee there's someone who wants to make a friend sitting right next to you.
When you're a freshman, it's obviously easiest because, like she said, everyone's looking to meet people.
It's even like joining clubs.
I mean, I was in a sport, so if you're in a sport, it's easy to make friends that way.
Katie and I didn't do a sport or Greek life, and we made plenty of friends. I didn't look absolutely psychotic until I blend this in.
That is flashback Mary. I feel like the biggest thing is just if you're a freshman, talk to people in your classes. Open your door if you live in a dorm. Like, talk to people on your floor.
And don't go home the first like month. Even if you're like, oh, I don't have that many friends, I should maybe go home. Don't. Do not go home the first month because it'll be so much harder to come back.
And don't be too cool to skip like the freshman orientation stuff either, because that's like a great opportunity.
I skipped it. How do you balance classes, friends, homework, sports, studying, and trying to have fun? You don't.
I feel like it's not that hard.
I never studied the whole time.
Don't
Terrible
tell them
advice.
that. Not that hard as long as you.
Okay, but we also go to Whitewater. Like, I feel like other colleges like
but
have a lot
also,
more
like-
studying to do. Like, I just don't care.
It depends on your major and the courses you take. Use Rate My Professor, and that will lower your chances of studying.
Do the professors that like don't require anything.
Okay, let's move on.
Yeah, I remember this.
We
Question
didn't
number.
answer it.
What was the question?
How do you balance?
Said we didn't. All you said.
Don't procrastinate, because then that's when you'll miss out on things.
Oh yeah, always
No,
get
you
your
can't
homework
hang
done
out
before the
with people.
weekend. Ew, I need to start drinking. Are college parties as fun as they seem? I think they are.
Yeah.
They're fun when you're younger, but then you'll outgrow them.
But then you go to the bars, and the bars are really
so I
fun
feel
too.
like it's
Also, back to meeting people, you can meet people by going out. I mean, you don't have to if that's not your style to like go out and stuff and drink. But you also don't have to drink at the parties. They're definitely not hyped up. I think they're so fun.
I think they're fun.
But
As
be
a
with the right
freshman,
group of people, because I've definitely had experiences where I've gone to parties with people and it's just like, that's not my.
Like with us. I'm just kidding.
at least experience the party.
You would
At
have
least for a
friend
little
group
bit.
to join a sorority or to not join a sorority? I mean, none of us are in a sorority, so our opinion's probably biased.
I see why someone would want to do it, but it just isn't my thing.
I honestly think that sororities are a lot of work, and I
Oh,
would
they
want to
100%
do all
are.
the work.
Yeah, like every night you have stuff you have to be doing.
But like
You
then
have to
again,
stay-
like all your friends are in the sorority most likely, so they're all doing it too, which makes it fun. But like for me, if like I was in a sorority and then like you guys were my 2 best friends, it'd be hard because then I'd have to miss out on everything.
If you like to stay busy and you like to be with like the same group of people, then I think it'd be good.
It's not just like fun and games, you get invited to parties.
Yeah,
Like,
no.
I would say don't join a sorority just to make friends, because you'll do that regardless. Join it like if you're actually interested in like what Greek life has to offer.
there's
because
schools where like everyone's in Greek life. Whitewater's not really like that, which is where we go to school. So like, are college classes actually as hard as people make them seem to be? Well, not when you're a comm major, period. I'm just kidding.
we've definitely had our fair share of tough courses.
My major's in the comm department, so I get why everyone like jokes about comm's easier. I mean, like Kennedy and Katie's classes are in the business school, so it's definitely harder.
I honestly would say my toughest classes were like sophomore and junior year, when we did all like our accounting, finance, stats.
I tried to
Yes,
do
like-
all my harder classes like junior year, and then senior year I've kind of just been chilling.
They can be hard. It also depends where you go to school, what your major is, how you are as like a student.
How to get into frat parties?
You're a girl.
Okay, if you're a girl, you're gonna get in.
But no, because we would have to be on that stupid list.
No, I didn't. That's just to make sure you do get in if they're at like capacity. So we would get on a list because we knew people in the frat. I mean, most likely if you're a girl and you're watching this, you're gonna get in. But most of the time, frats don't want to let in guys, so you'd have to get your name on the list if you're a guy.
But there's more than just frat parties.
All
Just
the
sports
random
houses are
parties.
Oh yeah,
so
sports
fun.
parties are honestly more
Even
fun.
just
I
like
would agree.
Dining hall, eating out, or cooking. Well, if you're a freshman or sophomore, you're most likely not gonna be able to cook because you don't have like a kitchen besides a microwave, which is a ramen noodle or mashed potato packet, which is kind of
a
boring.
lot of campuses nowadays have other options besides the dining hall. Like we have chain restaurants on
What is
campus. Like dining hall isn't going to be your only option most likely.
Pretty much ate at the dining hall that were meal swipes every single day. You get sick of it sometimes, but
Your freshman
I
year,
mind
definitely do it.
Obviously now we all cook.
Oh yeah.
Like, we
junior
don't have
and
any
senior
meal
year,
plans
we
or
don't have a meal
anything.
plan or anything, so you pretty much cook for yourself. What do you do if you're going to fail a class and you need it for your major? What's happening to you guys?
I dropped
to
because I
retake the
changed my
class.
major, but I would have probably done pretty bad in those. Either
Yeah.
A, retake the
Or
class,
change
or
your
B, change your major, or C, drop out. Those are your options, right?
Period. That's never happened to me.
Something
I should
never
cut major. If you're like not even in college yet though, I would not worry about failing a class.
Yeah, no.
How to deal with a bad roommate. I've never had a bad roommate. So take it away. You too.
I feel like sometimes it just gets hard. Like
You're
to,
gonna get sick of anyone. You
Yeah,
gotta be best at seeing
exactly.
them.
Some people are better living together than other people, and
Right.
you'll figure it out. Honestly, a year is not that long. As long as you're not being like petty and stupid. You have your space, they have their space.
Just be respectful of each other.
Yeah.
You don't need to be
Yeah.
best friends if you don't want to be best friends. Is everything on my face blended?
Is mine? Because I think mine's orange.
Our one night stands awkward. Kennedy? No, I'm just kidding.
I don't know.
She's never had one. I mean,
telephone over
wait,
the
I would say yes. Any situation, part of the one night stand is gonna be awkward.
I mean, I would imagine it would be.
in the morning is when it's awkward.
Right.
When you're sober and then you're like, hi. But like, who cares?
I mean, you could literally leave the person's house and never see them again.
You could leave before they even wake up.
You could leave that night.
I would always
You
want to
do
stay. I'm too
this.
lazy to walk home. If you never intend on like talking to them ever again, literally leave before they wake up.
Yeah, I would agree.
What did you major in? If you could go back, would you do it again?
Yes,
I would change it.
I would change mine as well.
Really? Let's all say our major. I'm a journalism and advertising major, and then my minor is marketing. I would not change it. I really like that major.
Katie and I have pretty much had the same path. We both started like in the business school, and then we declared finance, and we were doing pretty good. And then the finance courses kind of hit us hard junior
With
year.
COVID.
Then we changed from finance to general management. I would make my major
Marketing?
marketing, which is what I was
too.
originally going to declare freshman year, and I'm kicking myself, but
Period. I'm marketing.
I mean,
I would have done marketing.
The reason I like my major is because I can do anything with it.
But I mean, I'm really happy that I changed it from finance because
Yeah.
I know that I would have been dreading, like I wouldn't have wanted a job in
You
the
like
finance
imagine if we
field.
literally were about to have a finance job, like sitting in an office, like talking to no
I could
one.
never. Living on campus or off campus? We had to live on campus,
We did
like
both.
we said, for 2 years. I liked living on campus for 2 years and then living off for 2 years.
I
I feel like
like-
it was a perfect balance.
I agree. Living on campus, our second year was much better because we were in a suite style dorm, so
Yes.
we had our own bathroom and like living room space. The worst part about me for the dorms was the community bathroom.
I didn't mind it because I was free.
I didn't care.
I pee 100 times a night.
My nighttime routine, I hated that. Like I hated lugging that thing.
At least
Yeah.
try living on campus, living in the dorms with a roommate once.
Like,
makes you
eventually, if you
Are boys in college more mature than boys in high school? I would say less.
like, get
rather
away
than-
with being immature.
They
I don't
have
think they're
less
mature.
supervision in college.
True.
I just don't think they're mature at all. There are people that are mature,
the
obviously. The
general
general
boy-
population, no.
I just think they're stupid.
But think about high school boys.
I honestly don't see a difference.
They're worse,
grown
like
up.
in terms of
I
a
mean,
relationship.
yeah,
Then they get to
long
hook up with girls.
Also
they're
have access
still-
to alcohol a lot easier.
We hate boys.
Besides Mark and Brad.
Should I be in a relationship or have a hoe phase?
If you really like someone, don't just write them
Yeah.
off.
That is disgusting. Her highlighter exploded. Yeah, like Kenny said, don't avoid a relationship just because you're like, oh, I need to experience this. But honestly, I do think in college, obviously you don't have to, but I personally enjoyed having a single phase to be able to do whatever I want because now I'm like satisfied that I was
Having
able
past tense. Having is past
Okay,
tense.
having now. Now I'm scared.
But also, crawling into the bed with like the same person every night is 100 times better than having a one night stand. Like in general, one much outweighs
Okay,
the other one.
But I think that
Having a single phase in the moment, it's so fun. I feel like I'm like drawing to an end of like, okay, I'm kind of over this, like whatever. But like, it's
I'm glad
fun.
you experienced it, but
Yes.
like, you're
It's definitely
coming
a
off.
But like, don't be like, oh my god, I love that. We're specifically mistake you can make as a freshman?
I got it. This is the worst mistake. Only
Cora.
remaining friends with people you already know.
Yes.
Say you need to put yourself out there and not stay in that bubble because you're gonna regret it when you come senior year. You could have made like your best friends ever and you just missed out because you were too scared.
Period.
You're gonna slap me in the face.
Let's not go. How do you handle homesickness? I was so homesick.
We all are like an hour from home, so say your situation is like living across the country. That's probably a really tough homesick situation. So just find things that comfort you, whether
just
that's like a
distract
comfort
you.
food or like FaceTime your parents. Like they would love to hear from you.
Oh, I think just the transition from high school to college is so hard. A lot of people don't talk about it. I literally like cry like every single day. Like I was so homesick and I was an hour away from home. I think it's just a phase a lot of people go through it and like eventually you'll get over it. Also just like be around people, be with friends,
Yeah,
like try
distract
to make
yourself.
yourself out there like we said.
Go on a
Visit
walk and
you.
get fresh air.
Do a hot for a walk.
Yes.
Is living away from home worth it? I would say 1000% yes. If I would have stayed at home, lived at home, I don't even know like who I would be. I knew nothing going into college. I didn't even know how to do my laundry. I didn't know how to cook anything for myself besides mac and cheese and
Didn't know
frozen
how to
pizza.
clean toilets.
I didn't know how to clean the toilet. Literally, I feel like I learned more about like myself and like how to do literal things that like, I'm gonna have to do in everyday life, like clean and cook, more than I like learned in college.
I
Did
was
it?
shocked when you didn't know how to do your laundry.
I don't get how like YouTubers don't go to college. Like I would know nothing.
I know.
I mean, I know people are like, oh, like I love the community college, like living at home, like I don't regret it. That's awesome. But like for me, I would 100% recommend to anybody I know to like go away and just at least try it for a
I
year or
think you
two.
should at
If you
least
hate it,
try
then
it.
move on.
Yeah,
I
and then
think
maybe
you
you'll
should
like
at
that
least
better.
try
But
it.
should you room with your friends or go random? I would say neither. Don't room with a friend from home, but don't go
Completely
random.
I think by go random, they mean like find some.
I would say find
on
someone on like Facebook
Yeah.
and like DM them, message them, like get to know them a little bit.
I would not recommend rooming with people you know.
I wouldn't room with
Me
someone
either.
from high school.
Do
That's
not.
that's gonna end in a
Dumpster fire.
Or you're not
Still
gonna
be-
branch out and meet new people, like I said
You
earlier.
can still be friends even if you're not roommates.
Not
Everyone
worth
I know
it.
who did that, they're not friends anymore.
How to make college a fun experience. Say yes to everything. If you have time, say yes to every single thing you can.
Don't let your social anxiety take over.
How to study for tests. I have such bad test anxiety. Kenny's like, I never study once. I mean, I really don't study either. I usually like,
I like note
make
cards.
note cards. Yeah.
Writing it down helps me a lot.
I just write everything out and then I reread it a ton of times and I read it out loud.
You'll definitely find
Yeah.
like your preferred studying method as you go on, so try different things.
How did you pick a major? Well, I changed my major 4 times. I think good
Yes.
advice is to go in undecided, even if you think you know what you want to do.
Sometimes it's nice to be able to
Shot
not
in the dark.
completely decided, but have an idea. Don't be scared to pick a major. You can change it.
800. I mean,
How to meet guys that aren't shitty.
I don't know.
There aren't any.
You risk that at any opportunity.
If you're meeting
Chances
guys,
are, if they're flying at the
Yeah, I mean,
bar
they're
and you can
open.
tell that they're flying at the bar and their intention is to like take someone home or like have a hookup,
Red
you can
flag.
kind of. And then if that's not what you want, then avoid that.
I finished 2 drinks now.
How to not look like a freshman when you are a freshman? You're gonna look like going
You're
out.
gonna look like a
The
freshman.
attitude.
It's just like how you act.
What you
Wear
look like for
heels.
class.
Do a frat party.
No one looks at you in class.
And no one cares what you're wearing.
Oh, I look rancid every single time. Last question. Are you guys afraid to graduate and are you afraid of going to the real world?
Yes.
I am. I'm terrified. I feel like everyone is scared even if they're like really excited about the job that they're doing or whatever. It's just like going from high school to college but almost
Worse.
It's another big adjustment in your
It's
life.
Why would you
scary.
want to stop living with all your friends and start paying bills? I
Hard,
don't want to do
like-
that.
It's
Like-
really intimidating.
Everything's laid out for you and now it's not, so it's like, oh, okay.
I think it's more exciting than scary to me because I'm like really ready to be done.
I'm not.
I'm not. So the answer is I think that we're all really scared. I think most people are, so it's like whatever.
I'm scared to fall into a depression.
Because I'm not.
Oh my god, I'm so
I just
scared
know
of
I don't
depression.
want to.
I'll go clown. But anyway, that is going to be it for this video. I hope you guys enjoyed. This is our last video ever, so kind of sad. Okay, well that's going to be it. Make sure to follow all of us on Instagram. We're about to go out and have a good last night out in college. It's our last, get ready to meet our last night out, so this
Okay,
is
you're making this
sad.
sad.
Because it is sad. Cheers to our last night out.
I love you.
Bye!
Someone farted again.
I did not.
No.
You're just like smelling
Are you
something.
smelling your armpits?
No, comment down below if you have a job for me.
Job is pending.
I'm either yellow.